I sat down last week to record another podcast episode or whatever you want to call this thing. I had a pretty decent conflict, but then realized my resolution had fallen flat or really just lacked to be there. It was kind of like the beginning of a metaphor. You can lead a horse. Well, without the rest, it's just really a statement. It lacks that punch, and there was no resolution. And I pushed through and tried to get it out. During editing, I thought I could fix it. I couldn't. Didn't have a resolution. Didn't make sense, even to me. And I'm thought, if I don't get it, no one's going to get it. Well, there's probably a lot smarter people could figure it out for themselves. Well, what am I going to do? I could not put out an episode, which I've done far too much in the past. But then I realized that a lot of things in life, they don't have resolutions, like a breakup over text message, coming home to find out your husband left with the gardener, the unfortunate death of a friend. We have so much we had left unsaid, or just didn't get to accomplish the way we wanted to accomplish. We don't have a real resolution. Some things are just meant to end the way they're supposed to end. That's the way it is, because not everyone is in on the whole story. Or maybe the husband didn't want to face the consequences of leaving with the gardener. Uh, there's just so many things that happen in our life that don't have a resolution. And we beat ourselves up over it, or we try to play it in our mind because we need closure and it's hard to move on to that next thing. Well, some things are just, they are what they are, and we can deal with them as best we can and give ourselves the resolution and maybe have that conversation in your mind with that loved one and hope that they know that you love them, or you can work on other areas of your life to make sure that resolution doesn't happen again, that you can close as many things as possible, because a lot of times the loss of a job is out of your control. A company shuts down or moves to another city which you can't move to. Those type things are much like forgiveness. You forgive someone else, not for them as much for you, so you can move on. I understand that sometimes it's not about you. You weren't involved in the whole thing to begin with, or it's just out of your control. Sometimes it's really hard to do, but sometimes you just got to sit down and move on to the next thing, because not every book ends the way we want, but a lot of times they end the way they need to. Hope that helps. See you in the next one.